We know it's being used. Our congressmen are talking about it on the congressional floor. I just want to point out one thing here. It's just important to evaluate the message instead of over-evaluating the messenger. I'd say that you've got pretty much a lot of questions to ask. Michael Thompson of the University of Cambridge said, while such geoscale interventions may be risky, the time may well come when they are accepted as less risky than doing nothing. Does anybody ever ask why NASA has reported that 3 planets and 1 satellite are increasing in temperature in this solar system as well? Does anybody even check to see that NASA has already reported that now the magnetic field busher, which is around the planet, has been reduced and there is a giant breach 4 times larger than the size of the planet surrounding our planet, that the flare that is giving off in the sun, the increased solar flare activity that we've been seeing over the last 10 years, could actually warm the surface of the Earth, and that also we notice that the polar ice caps are melting in the north, but they're not melting in the south? Perhaps we should be asking more of these questions. Check for yourself. Don't just expect everything to be a conspiracy theory. The article's entitled A Giant Breach in the Earth's Magnetic Field, dated December 16, 2008. You can easily get that at nasa.gov. Could this be the reason why they're deciding that maybe they should put a big reflective dish in space? I thought the problem was CO2. Now we're trying to reflect sunlight? It seemed like there might be far too little left in the stimulus package to clean up this mess. Makes you wonder what this package is supposed to be stimulating. So there's been a war on communism, a war against cancer, a war on drugs, a war on terror. Now there's going to be a war on the atmosphere, and next a war on space. Let me check the track record on this. There have been wars that have been done that have accomplished absolutely nothing, except left to a profit for very, very few, in which only a few benefit and the rest of us become collateral damage. I would say it's time to start asking some questions. According to a San Francisco report in the San Francisco Chronicle, the Bay Area is now home to the first major U.S. study of Morgellons disease. I don't know if anybody actually knows what Morgellons disease is, but this research is being funded by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention because apparently there is a mystery disease known for its frightening symptoms. There are people who are developing open sores on their skin through which we're now beginning to see fibers. A patient came into my office not just last week, saying that his wife had been complaining about these blue and red fibers that were coming out of his skin, that she was itching and scratching them and trying to pull them out, that doctors were telling her, she was fatigued and had mental illnesses, and that perhaps maybe she had something called a delusional parasitosis and believes she has parasites under her skin. It turns out that she was misdiagnosed by that doctor with Lyme's disease because he was trying to sum up all the symptoms. Researchers are hoping to come up with a more specific definition of Morgellons disease. In fact, they're trying to come up with a definition because now they believe that the concentration is getting so great of reports in the San Francisco Bay Area that they believe that there could actually be a condition. Some doctors believe Morgellons is actually a psychiatric condition, but now even one patient by the name of Pat Miller, who had been reporting this over and over again and had seen dozens of doctors in the Bay Area and had been misdiagnosed so many times, is now being listened to. He no longer has delusional parasitosis. Now he's part of the Morgellons study, and they now believe that there is something in the atmosphere. Joe Selby, director of Kaiser's Northern California Division of Research, stated, "We recognize that many people in the United States are currently suffering with symptoms of this condition and very frustrated as to whether there is evidence for the disease." Mr. Miller, who was misdiagnosed with the disease, says, "It sounds to me, if they're involving Kaiser in this study and tracing it in a systematic, methodical way, they pretty much means that they actually thinks there is something going on." Miller further said, "I've developed this lack of love for doctors and healthcare systems. You pretty much have to become your own doctor." Patients have been reporting Morgellons symptoms to the Center of Disease Control regularly for the past 3 or 4 years. The nonprofit Morgellons Research Foundation says that more than 10,000 families in the United States have registered with the website claiming at least one family member has the disease. If so far this means absolutely nothing, maybe some people need to go and look at the ABC News report, which was actually done on Morgellons disease, in which a woman named Mary Gilmore, who was actually the scientist who was operating the electron microscope at Massachusetts General Hospital, for Harvard, who started noticing that there were these fibers coming out of her own son's lesions. When she took an example of these and actually showed them to Deborah Rhonda Casey, a physician that she knew from Oklahoma State University, what they found is that these fibers did exist. And live on camera on ABC News, you can actually watch the fibers being pulled out of her son's tissue. These fibers were then sent off to the forensics department at the university hospital, and the forensics department reported back that there is no such biological substance that they know of to date that can match what had come out of her son's skin. Brings a few issues to light here. In order to get questions answered about diseases, it does not even seem that we can follow natural patterns anymore. Could it be that these fibers are related to an array of chemicals that have been released into the environment over U.S. cities over and over again? And even if there is the slightest association with the cause of this condition being related to something being released into the environment, shouldn't that raise a couple of eyebrows? We'll be right back with some more answers for people who are suffering from chronic fatigue, some real solutions for real people. Do you ever get the feeling when you visit the doctor or hospital that you're not welcomed? Have you ever spent an hour or more in a sterile waiting room reading out-of-date golf magazines only to be seen by a nurse for 8 uninspiring minutes? Do you feel that you are getting the best treatment for your condition? Do you feel frustrated because you know the doctor knows that another prescription is not going to solve the problem? It seems more and more like doctors have become prescription drug dealers trained by insurance and pharmaceutical companies to prescribe. Is it possible that the medical system has been set up to simply manage disease and suppress symptoms instead of getting to the root of the problem? That profiting from disease is more important than putting you at ease? That doctors have become hypocrites and can't seem to remember that they took the Hippocratic Oath? Are you looking for someone that actually cares? My name is Richard DeAndreas. I'm a medical doctor and I do care. I know that you are willing to take responsibility for your health, that all you need is for someone to help you put together a plan and point you in a direction that works. There is a place for you. You can learn to be your own doctor. You do not need years of training to know what makes you feel better, and isn't it the point to move you from dis-ease to a feeling of being at ease again? You can go to your computer right now and type in this website, naturaldoctor.org, exactly as it's spelled, naturaldoctor.org, knowing that with every keystroke you are one step closer to tapping into the best that nature and science have to offer, the best of both worlds. Naturaldoctor.org has programs that will help you find the answer to your weight issues, your agonizing symptoms, and even clue you into the latest breakthrough cures for heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. Our latest program, Breakthrough Cures, will tell you about a new therapy that is available this instant that can reverse heart disease so you may never have to take drugs or have surgery. Breakthrough Cures will prove that there are therapies available now for cancer that are more effective than surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation without the dangerous side effects. We will tell you about a pancreatic cancer therapy that claims to have a 100% cure rate. Conventional medicine has a tragic record with the same condition. The Breakthrough Cures program will show you how to reverse diabetes and offer information about the most effective treatments for high blood pressure, strokes, AIDS, and even make you feel prepared for the next flu pandemic. With this program, you will get access to streaming video, audio, and easy-to-follow manual that will put all of the information in your hands. In addition, you will have access to the Fat Cure and the Power Cleanse. With the Fat Cure program, you will learn how to lose weight without calorie counting while simultaneously boosting your health. This is not a diet, and losing weight does not have to be a struggle when you find the real cause of your weight gain. On this program, people have lost up to 100 pounds in 4 months. This is a documented fact. The Power Cleanse was designed to re-energize your body, help reverse chronic symptoms, and make you look and feel younger. We will show you how to cleanse and detoxify your colon, liver, and heart while removing dangerous heavy metals from your system. In addition to our revitalizing programs, you will have access to videos, podcasts, and high-grade physician-approved supplementation and enough information to ask your doctor the critical questions that will get you the results you deserve. Remember, without the right information, you usually wind up with the wrong result. I also offer personal consultations that are customized to suit you specifically. Imagine a physician with training in surgery and conventional medicine that has extensive experience with the most progressive treatments on the planet and a deep-rooted passion for finding a cure right at your side. My training has given me the ability to see a problem from many different points of view. Most of the time, the solutions are easy to find when you know how to find them. Together, we will get you the right answers. At naturaldoctor.org, you can arrange for a personal consultation from the comfort of your home to get you moving in the right direction. It is my job to get you there. You will get a plan that will help tune your body, mind, and spirit to a whole new level of healing. At naturaldoctor.org, you will be given a gift. All you need to do is unwrap it. You are welcomed at naturaldoctor.org. Come on in.